Never stop dreaming. Never stop dreaming. Never stop dreaming. Never stop dreaming. Never stop dreaming.
Hello, everyone, and welcome into the Bixby Spartan Football Coaches Show, sponsored by Roush Coleman Homes. The Spartans wrap up senior night in a big way, and for the first time since 1977 have cruised through the regular season undefeated, heading into the playoffs with full steam. And Lauren, it was a senior night to remember for a lot of reasons. You had a solid opponent. Your guys were tested early. They passed the test, and they end up rolling and set themselves up to head into the playoffs. Just talk about senior night in general.
Well, it was great. I'm super thrilled about the way our guys came out and played. They're dialed in, had a little bit of adversity, and seemed to respond to that really, really well.
All right, so the Spartans taking on a team that was a tough one. The Muskogee Roughers brought a lot of athleticism to Lee Snyder Field, and so you had to be ready for them. Your guys, as you mentioned, were dialed in. That means you had good practices, and that always leads us to our practice players of the week, which is sponsored by Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, two really good players. A lot of them, or both these guys, are getting some play on Friday nights, as you know. Tyron Robb, linebacker, defensive lineman, special team guru, just been giving us a great look at defensive end, along with Corbin Steele, our Swiss Army knife. He was player of the week last week, and just doing a whole lot of things, but just a great practice player, and he got to go out with our practice player captains.
All right, so once again, that's sponsored by Chick-fil-A. The Spartans with a big senior night taking on the Muskogee Roughers, the last game before the start of the 6A2 playoffs. We'll have those first half highlights when we come back. The Bixby Football Coaches Show is brought to you by Roush Coleman Homes, improving quality of life one home at a time. Chick-fil-A, eat more chicken. Primo Mitsubishi, where the value always exceeds price. Midwest Sporting Goods, put some Midwest best on you. Nowlin Orthodontics, live life smiling. Tulsa Bone and Joint, moving life forward. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love for the game. Advanced Orthopedics of Oklahoma, we are the orthopedic experts. Doc's Country Mart. Check us out at okcountrymart.com. BTC Broadband. Stay connected with us. Billings Construction Group. Our service is unequaled. Matthews Ford. Come get your Ford certified vehicle today. And by Baker Pools.
For most buyers nowadays, energy efficiency is one of the top things on their list. At Roush Coleman, it's a top priority for us, and our customers are able to live in one of the most energy efficient new homes built. As a result of that, you're going to see that those utility bills are less than anything else you're going to see with a used home or an apartment that you live in.
Box combo, please.
At Raising Cane's, we're all about quality. We mix cane sauce in our restaurants every day. And our chicken is hand battered and cooked to order. Our Texas toast is grilled with just the right amount of butter and garlic. And our lemonade is always freshly squeezed.
Love the window.
And why do we do all this? Because it makes a difference. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
I've been a proud patient of Dr. Ryan Nowlins for the past 5 years with my kids. He really only treats when it's time and he's ready. We came back later and he put braces on my son, who just got them off last week. His teeth look amazing.
Now in orthodontics, we're different. I think the first thing you notice when you walk in the door is going to be an energy and enthusiasm and of a team that really loves what we do, and we like to have fun every day.
For more than 50 years, Central States Orthopedics and Eastern Oklahoma Orthopedic Center have been the area's leading orthopedic and sports medicine providers. And now, we've joined forces as Advanced Orthopedics of Oklahoma. One name, one focus. Excellent orthopedic and sports medicine care. Together, we serve as the team physicians for almost every high school and university in the region. We are the area's leading expert for work-related injuries, and our surgical hospital is the only 5-star rated hospital in Tulsa. Advanced Orthopedics of Oklahoma. Come see why we're better together.
The Spartans at home hosting their last district game, a game for the district championship against the Muskogee Roughers, a chance to go undefeated. And Lauren, this Muskogee team with Rafe Watkins, you knew they had a lot of athletes, guys that were difference makers. They could big play you a little bit if you weren't ready.
Without a doubt. You know, we knew that they had some very talented players, a leading rusher in the state. Their quarterback, Connor Ashley, had been very, very effective. And then on defense, had a bunch of guys that could fly around and play great defense.
Let's talk about the first half highlights. Take a look at them now as the Spartans taking on the Muskogee Roughers there at Spartan Stadium.
You'll see us coming out of the tunnel there for senior night. A good look at home of the Spartans and the home crowd there. Dropping back to pass right here, and we hit a quick out route to Trevin Holt. Doing a good job picking up some yards, making a great grab. And then we fastball them here and hit a quick screen, and you'll notice Carson Chambers and Trevin Holt picking up good blocks, and Braylon Presley squeezes right through there, and then giving the student section, the Legion, a little bit of love right there in the end zone. So that's fun. It's good to see our students out. Defense right here, Trevin Holt filling from his safety position. Muskogee dropping back to pass. You'll see Owen DeWoody with great pressure, and then they throw it deep over to Brennan Presley's side, and Brennan does what we see him do when they throw his side so often. Gets a great interception and gets us great field position for our offense to come out. Brennan Presley on the stretch play right here, picking up some positive yards, just talented no matter where he gets the ball. Then Mason Williams dropping back and hitting Luke Krieger on the double move on the first of a couple of his touchdowns on the evening. Luke, our player of the week, just having a wonderful night. You'll see Bear Daniel in on the tackle right there, along with Brody Sarton from his linebacker position. Owen DeWoody and the defensive lineman doing a good job mixing it up there. And you'll see Braylon Presley out on the edge, picking up great blocking from all the wide receivers, all the offensive linemen down the field blocking. Mason Williams drops back to pass right here and throws the comeback to Luke Krieger. Excellent catch, picking up positive yards for the first down. And then we'll run the pin and pull play, and Mason elects to throw the wide receiver screen off of that to Luke Krieger out off the edge. We drop back here and throw a tunnel screen. Chad Tenney there picking up a great block. Cody Pascal from his center position picking up a great block for Brennan Presley down the field. Good pass protection right here. You'll see Caleb Townsend from his offensive tackle position with Luke Krieger there picking up a second of his touchdowns on the evening. Luke having an excellent night. About 125 yards receiving. Bottled up inside right there, you'll see Tyler Parsons from his defensive end position making a great tackle. Hit Luke Krieger on the crossing route right there. That's a route that takes a while to develop, and our offensive line doing a good job protecting our quarterback. Mason scrambling right here, doing a good job picking up positive yards. Ends up being tackled by their talented player, number 12. Quick screen out here to Brennan Presley. And Brennan Presley doing what he does there, making some guys miss in the open field, just a talented player. Defense coming out, stopping them right here. This is a big series for us defensively to get a stop. And pin them deep. Bear Daniel swats that ball down, does a good job right there getting in the passing lane. You'll see us gang tackling right there. Nick Waddell from his linebacker position with a great tackle. Running the counter play right here up inside. Braylon Presley had another good night from his tailback position, running in between the tackles. Steven Dreyer and those guys up front doing a good job. Love to see those Hogs getting some work. Trevin Holt right here on the quick screen, and I want you to take a look at all the guys, Hudson Guyver, Caleb Townsend, Cody Pascal, Dalton Perry, all the guys downfield blocking. And our coaching staff feels that may have been the play of the game right there. Just so many guys downfield hustling. Drop back to pass right here and hit another crossing route right there to Trevin. Trevin having another big night, just a competitor. Does so much on both sides of the ball, and then we hit the counter play right there up inside to Braylon Presley, and Braylon doing a good job of hitting it between the tackles. Offensive line doing a nice job paving the way. And then right here before half, very, very important that our defense does a good job holding them short of the sticks. We used a couple of timeouts to get the ball back with about 40 seconds. You'll see the defense doing a nice job there on 3rd down and 3. get us the ball back right here. Got 40 seconds, one timeout. We hit the stretch play right there to Braylon. Braylon does a good job picking up what he can pick up and then getting out of bounds. Mason steps up in the pocket right here. And look at the acrobatic behind the back catch right there by Trevin Holt. Does a good job possessing that. And then we hit the bubble screen right here to Brendan Presley, and he picks up what he can get and gets out of bounds. Effectively running the 2-minute drill, and then we hit the double move right here to Barry Daniel. Just a great play and a great score to make it a 3-score game going into halftime. And that takes us into halftime mark with a score of 42-21.
All right, so the Spartans with a little bit of a test in the first half and have to push themselves with a big lead there at the half. We'll have the second half highlights when we come back.
For most buyers nowadays, energy efficiency is one of the top things on their list. At Roush Coleman, it's a top priority for us, and our customers are able to live in one of the most energy efficient new homes built. As a result of that, you're going to see that those utility bills are less than anything else you're going to see with a used home or an apartment that you live in.
I've been a proud patient of Dr. Ryan Nallens for the past 5 years with my kids. He really only treats when it's time and he's ready. We came back later and he put braces on my son, who just got them off last week. His teeth look amazing.
Now in orthodontics, we're different. I think the first thing you notice when you walk in the door is going to be an energy and enthusiasm and of a team that really loves what we do, and we like to have fun every day.
My name is Abigail Bailey. I was at my yearly checkup when I was 12, and we went and got x-rays, and she diagnosed me with scoliosis and that we needed surgery as soon as possible.
Tulsa Bone and Joint was very compassionate. They took their time with us. They answered questions. He was very encouraging.
Dr. Clark helped me see that there is life after spinal fusion. Just because your spine is fused doesn't mean that you can't do what you love to do.
Henry Primo for Primo Mitsubishi. We're proud to be a sponsor of Bixby football. I hope you'll show your support of Coach Montgomery and the team. They're champions just like we are at Primo Mitsubishi. So come see me, Primo Mitsubishi, 15309 South Memorial, Bixby.
Well, it's been a busy day of college football. Let's get caught up on the action. First up, Alabama. This play right here shows what eating chicken will do for you. Lots of broken tackles here. It's the chicken.
No idea what you're talking about.
Joey Galloway is here with chicken predictions.
My what?
Touchdown chicken.
Okay, are we filming right now?
Chicken, 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 chicken.
What is going on?
I don't know. Oh, that was weird.
New management.
Start your game day with the new Hash Brown Scramble Bowl from Chick-fil-A.
So the Spartans are up at halftime as we take a look back at this district matchup for the district title, 42-21. And let's get into the second half highlights. A lot to look at here as the Spartans take on the Muskogee Roughers there at Spartan Stadium and Lee Snyder Field.
Yeah, going into halftime, we knew we'd just scored and went up 3 touchdowns, and so defense wanted to come out and establish themselves right here. You'll notice Carson Chambers on the tackle right there. And then you'll notice that defensive line getting after it. Brody Sarton, Nick Waddell, Carson Chambers, Tyler Parsons all in on the tackle. Bottling them up right there inside, the inside running play, not really working. Tanner Doyle from his safety position down in the mix. And then they do a good job picking up a positive play right there, but we rally and tackle it, which is what you got to do. And then we get the ball back here, right here at the beginning of the third quarter. And Brendan Presley doing a good job of making something happen after he catches the ball, showing off his great speed. He had another wonderful night the other night. And then Braylon right here doing a good job on the inside zone play. Right up the middle, Chad Tenney, Caleb Townsend, Cody Pascal picking up good blocks. Tyler Parsons, Mason Van Pelt, the defensive line. They're small, but they run the football very, very well, as you'll see right there. Bottling up Muskogee's tailback. He hadn't been held to under 100 yards all year, I don't think. You'll notice Brody and Bear and everybody gang tackling in on that pressure. That was a big, big sack right there to change the momentum of the game. Come back right here, we go play action. The pass down the field, and Luke Krieger, another big play right there, and Luke showing his great speed and route running ability. And takes it all the way down inside. And then Braylon Presley right here in between the tackles, picking up positive yards. Anytime Braylon touches the ball, you're really kind of expecting that thing to go. Carson Chambers from the jumbo package. We bring in Owen DeWoody and Brody Spartan, Tyler Parsons, some of our defensive players right there. And then they had Brendan bottled up in the backfield, but he does a nice job turning it into some positive yards on first down right there. Mason Williams dropping back, scrambling, showing off his speed right there, and does a good job of getting what he can get, getting out of bounds, avoiding the tackle. Right there, Chad Tenney, Owen DeWoody, Brody Spartan in behind that offensive line, and then we come back, we run the jumbo package again over the right side. Pretty predictable, but we got some guys blocking it up, and you'll notice Hudson Guyver pushing Brennan into the end zone right there. Just a big play, and you'll see Muskogee starting to get up slow, and feel like we're starting to get a little bit of momentum and maybe wear them down a little bit with our tempo on offense. Great trigger right there, and an open field tackle by Carson Chambers. Another open field tackle right here by Carson as well. Getting great play out of our outside linebackers. And then we bring in Zach Blankenship, freshman, state championship wrestler, excellent tailback, tough guy. You'll notice him right here in between the tackles, and then the little guy's got a ton of speed as well. And then just such a tough competitor. Just everybody loves Zach Blankenship and what he means for our school and the way he competes. And you'll notice him there again on the inside zone play, churning his legs. And you'll notice Zach a lot of times rarely goes down. A lot of times that knee never touches, and the officials don't notice it, and they still blow the whistle. And then right there, he ends up just short. And then Corbin Steele, we're giving Corbin a hard time. Maybe stole that touchdown there from Zach and pulled it down on the quarterback read, but ultimately that's what the read said to do. And then that takes us to a final score of 63-21, 32 first downs on the night, 666 yards of total offense, 423 through the air, 243 on the ground. Quite a few penalties, a couple of those, a personal foul, a couple false starts, a block in the back. Some things we got to clean up just a little bit, but I'm very happy about the 0 turnovers. Mason had another big night. 423 yards through the air and 5 touchdowns. Zach Blankenship, our leading rusher, 91 yards. Braylon Presley, 83. Carson Chambers from the jumbo package, 35 yards on 5 big carries. Receiving, Brendan Presley, our leading receiver. Of course, Luke Krieger and Trevin Holt having big nights as well. Defensive stats, Trevin Holt leading all tacklers with 13. Brody Spartan, Tanner Doyle, and Bear Daniel. Also leading tacklers on the evening. Our defense, just an interception by Brennan, big sack by Carson Chambers, and then another big sack by Brody. So good night altogether and a great test going into playoffs.
Stats brought to you by Primo Mitsubishi, and your defense, the Coleman kid, the leading rusher of the state, I believe just over 50 maybe yards in the game. So effective in a lot of ways. And good news, heading into playoffs, you guys seem to be trending up. We're at the right time.
Yeah, we talk about playing our best football heading into the playoffs, and I feel like our guys just continue to practice well and improve each week. And so that's as a staff, that's all we could ask for. And this week we got a big one with the Midwest City Bombers. Yeah,
a team that you saw, I believe, in team camp and from the west side. So that's first matchup, 7 o'clock there at Spartan Stadium, Lee Snyder Field. And always a tough opponent. You guys matched up with them in the playoffs the last few years at different stages.
Yeah, we've seen them the last 2 years in the semifinals. Last year was a 3-point ball game, and then back in 17, it was a 2-point ball game. So always really good matchups. They're super athletic. They've got a great head coach in Darrell Hall, and looking forward to that game.
All right, that's Friday night. We've still got a lot more to go on the show, as we'll talk youth football a little bit later on. Coming up, we'll have our player of the week.
For most buyers nowadays, energy efficiency is one of the top things on their list. At Roush Coleman, it's a top priority for us, and our customers are able to live in one of the most energy efficient new homes built. As a result of that, you're going to see that those utility bills are less than anything else you're going to see with a used home or an apartment that you live in.
Box combo, please.
At Raising Cane's, we're all about quality. We mix cane sauce in our restaurants every day. And our chicken is hand-battered and cooked to order. Our Texas toast is grilled with just the right amount of butter and garlic. And our lemonade is always freshly squeezed.
Love the window.
And why do we do all this? Because it makes a difference. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
Henry Primo for Primo Mitsubishi. We're proud to be a sponsor of Bixby football. I hope you'll show your support of Coach Montgomery and the team. They're champions just like we are at Primo Mitsubishi. So come see me, Primo Mitsubishi, 15309 South Memorial, Bixby.
I've been a proud patient of Dr. Ryan Nallens for the past 5 years with my kids. He really only treats when it's time and he's ready. We came back later and he put braces on my son, who just got them off last week. His teeth look amazing.
Now in orthodontics, we're different. I think the first thing you notice when you walk in the door is going to be an energy and enthusiasm and of a team that really loves what we do, and we like to have fun every day.
It's time for our Now in Orthodontics Player of the Week. Senior Luke Krieger joins us, senior receiver. And Luke, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
Let's talk about overall playing receiver. You had a big game for senior night, 9 catches, 125 yards, a couple of touchdowns, and we'll get into the blocking here in a second that you do on the outside. But let's just talk about your development as a receiver overall, catching the ball, especially high point and going up, being physical.
Right. Coach Embry, our receivers coach, he stresses going up and getting the ball. It's like one of the most important parts of being a receiver. You're not worth anything if they can't come over the top to you, and you got to go up and get it. You got to be the stronger guy.
Going into the year, I know you put in a lot of work. You had a good year last year. You've really taken it to another level. And let's talk about your blocking, because that's one of the things you guys do so effectively on the perimeter.
Right. Here at Bixby, I mean, if you're a receiver, you got to know how to block. You got to set that edge for the inside receivers. We like throwing a lot of screens, and it's not worth anything if you can't get around the edge and let our playmakers make plays.
What's your favorite thing about this offense? Obviously, you get to do a lot, and you factor into it a lot. But talk about the diversity that you guys have offensively.
Man, I feel like Coach Schneider, I think he's a genius. He's got so many plays that just dice up the defense, and I just think, I don't know, there's a lot of plays that end up working for us. We like going deep, screens, just anything. It all works.
Now, you grew up in Bixby. You started playing here at the earliest age, and as you developed into a receiver, was that the position that you really saw yourself at, or was it something that you kind of found your way into?
Well, it's kind of something I found my way into. Growing up, I was always a running back, and I loved doing that. And then just as I got older, it just seemed that receiver was a better fit for my body type.
Let's talk about your playoff run, which is coming up. We start this week with Midwest City. You guys get another home game, and you always have some bonus football out in front of you, don't you?
Oh, right, yeah. It's awesome that we get to host the first round, and couldn't be more excited to go chase another gold ball.
Listen, you had a great year. Congratulations, and we look forward to much more from you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, Luke Krieger, senior. Big night the other night, and we'll start the playoffs at home against Midwest City. Talk more about that coming up. We'll also have our youth team of the week when we come back.
For most buyers nowadays, energy efficiency is one of the top things on their list. At Roush Coleman, it's a top priority for us, and our customers are able to live in one of the most energy efficient new homes built. As a result of that, you're going to see that those utility bills are less than anything else you're going to see with a used home or an apartment that you live in.
Henry Primo for Primo Mitsubishi. We're proud to be a sponsor of Bixby football. I hope you'll show your support of Coach Montgomery and the team. They're champions just like we are at Primo Mitsubishi. So come see me, Primo Mitsubishi, 15309 South Memorial, Bixby.
I've been a proud patient of Dr. Ryan Nallens for the past 5 years with my kids. He really only treats when it's time and he's ready. We came back later and he put braces on my son, who just got them off last week. His teeth look amazing.
Now in orthodontics, we're different. I think the first thing you notice when you walk in the door is going to be an energy and enthusiasm and of a team that really loves what we do, and we like to have fun every day.
Well, it's been a busy day of college football. Let's get caught up on the action. First up, Alabama. This play right here shows what eating chicken will do for you. Lots of broken tackles here. It's the chicken.
No idea what you're talking about.
Joey Galloway is here with chicken predictions.
My what?
Touchdown chicken.
Okay, are we filming right now?
Chicken, 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 chicken.
What is going on?
I don't know. Oh, that was weird.
New management.
Start your game day with the new Hash Brown Scramble Bowl from Chick-fil-A.
It's time for our youth team of the week, and we close out with our Midwest Sporting Goods youth team in fourth grade white. And Kevin Knight joins us here. with 4th grade White with Bixby Youth Football. Kevin, welcome to the show.
Hey, thanks for having me.
All right, well, the playoffs have already happened. You had a great run, and you guys closed it out in the semifinals, losing to the eventual champion, which I believe was Bartlesville.
Bartlesville, correct.
Let's talk about your season overall. Obviously, you guys did well.
We did well. Offense really rolled. Kind of our key to offense this year in 4th grade, which I think is unique for a 4th grade football team, is we were able to both pass and run. So we were able to spread out the field, run power inside, but then spread it out with our wide receivers and tight ends, which was very successful for us.
Now, how long have you been with the team?
Been with them 3 years. I coach mainly offensive line and special teams and help here and there with the offense and defense, but we've got a great coaching staff, and I would attribute our success this year to our coaches and their work that they put in their spare time.
You talked about the offense. Let's take a look at some of your offense and tell us a little bit more about the spreading the field out.
Sure. So what we do is we ran a combination of power inside zone and later in the year outside zone. So we had great running backs that are able to run up in the inside, hit their holes really well, able to read and cut back. And then when we had the defenses adjust to that, we'd have our tight ends and wide receivers going out for different routes. And Beckett O'Halloran, who's our quarterback, did just a great job of throwing the ball all over the field. So saw success in both areas, scored some touchdowns pretty evenly, both passing and running, and it was just really a successful year all the way around.
Talk to me about your defense a little bit.
Mike LaFrere is the coach of our defense, does a fantastic job, does a ton of research. He would put them in different schemes throughout the year, did a fantastic job of preparing the kids. Sometimes we'd be in a 6-2, sometimes we'd be in a 3-4, just whatever matched up well against our team, and he just did a fantastic job with the boys this year.
What's your experience been, just overall, with Bixby Youth Football, and how do you kind of compare it to some of the other organizations out there?
Well, I've played football most of my life, and obviously I come from a football family, but it's just been a fantastic experience. Coaching O-line, watching those boys develop, and watching how they play from the beginning of the year all the way up into the playoffs has just been fantastic. So it's very rewarding for me getting out there to go work with the boys, and obviously I'm on the same team as my son, so watching him see him play and enjoy himself has been a lot of fun.
Well, outstanding. Thanks for being on the show.
Hey, no problem. Thanks for having me.
Congratulations on a great year.
Appreciate it.
That's going to do it, and that will do it for the show, as that was our Midwest Sporting Goods Youth Team of the Week. Now the Spartans start the playoffs, 6A2 playoffs against Midwest City. Get out there this Friday night for the kickoff at Lee Snyder Field, 7 o'clock inside Spartan Stadium. The run of the gold ball starts now. Have a great week. The Bixby Football Coaches Show is brought to you by Roush Coleman Homes, improving quality of life, one home at a time. Chick-fil-A, eat more chicken. Primo Mitsubishi, where the value always exceeds price. Midwest Sporting Goods, put some Midwest best on you. Nowlin Orthodontics, live life smiling. Tulsa Bone and Joint, moving life forward. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love for the game. Advanced Orthopedics of Oklahoma, we are the orthopedic experts. Doc's Country Mart, check us out at okcountrymart.com. BTC Broadband, stay connected with us. Billings Construction Group, our service is unequaled. Matthews Ford, come get your Ford certified vehicle today. And by Baker Pools.